Right, okay. Gonna do another route today. This one is a bit of a tricky one. So if you've got a test at Norris Green coming up, you might want to watch this. I've just had to fail for this route this morning at 8:47. So I'm going to talk you through where my pupil went wrong along the way. Hopefully there may be some different situations as well that crop up, hopefully. So if we're following signs on this, we're basically going to be turning right. There's a test in front of me actually. So we're turning right at this junction. Okay, yeah, all good. This section, I almost position to the right here, because here's what I do. As I peel out, I'll do it a bit like that. You don't have to, but you can fall on the left, but I will always move back left now. It just keeps it quite neat. So it's a right again. And this road here is the 30, it's Townsend Avenue. So here, if you're not on the sat-nav and you're on the signs, they may ask you to follow the signs for Manchester and St Helens. So as you can see there, Manchester City Centre that way. So we're going to be turning right at the lights. Now this bit's important. What you want to do here is, there's two lanes that go right here. So logically, it makes sense for me to be in the left of the two rights. If you wind up in this one here, make sure that you move back left. Don't stay in the third lane or the second lane for too long. Actually, don't go to the third lane, because you're going to have a bit of a job on your hands then. You'll often then get people undertaking you. And if you're slow trying to move, that's going to create its own problems. But now my life's easy. I can just fall as neat as I can be in the left lane. Still on Manchester and St Helens. So it could be about now they're going to change the signs for you, and they're going to say to you, okay, we're not following Manchester and St Helens anymore now. We're now going to follow Aintree. Okay. So right now you just don't panic. Aintree is the sign now. Okay. You're just focusing on what you've got to do, staying in your lane, keeping a nice distance from the van in front. At least a 2-second gap there. Lights are okay. Yeah. Okay, and I can see my first sign to Aintree now, so it's left. Okay, so again, there's two lanes that go left. So logically going to pick the next one, the left one. So Aintree is the second exit, okay. So I know I'm going to be left lane for that. Aintree again. There we go. So 30 mile an hour road. There's a lot of speed bumps, so you get your warning for the speed bumps. And I'll go into that a little bit more in a minute. So if you hit this first speed bump and you think, oh, is this a 20? Now it all depends. It's busy like this, it's not going to play too much of a part, because I've got to be slow anyway. So this road is a 30, and you hit that speed bump, you may now start to think it's a 20. And that, I think, planted the seed in my pupil's head this morning that she maybe was in a 20 right now. Now, because this route is part of a trial route, which is faster roads. So basically, the speed limit here now is 60 mile an hour. It's unbelievable, to be honest with you, that there would be a 60 road here. Now, I'm not saying you can get up to 60 mile an hour, because you can't, but you'd have to put it on a little bit. You'd have to, get up to a comfortable speed. You can't be doing 25 mile an hour if it's an empty road in front of you. We'll judge it, we'll see what the road's like, we'll see if it's busy or not, and then we'll decide what we're going to do about the speed. So I'm just going straight ahead. You should see the sign there now. So there's the sign. Yeah. national speed limit. I don't know where to start putting it on. Obviously I've got this one in front of me. Right, so I'm still going to try and keep... So I'm up to about 37 now. That's the quickest I can go. So the guy's got gas on at the front there, so I'm not risking getting any closer to him, obviously. That's as much as I can do. I can't do any more than that. So that's just the way it goes on that. That's as fast as I could go. Couldn't go any quicker. You can maybe mention it to the examiner as well. And then straight away you're into a 30 anyway. Now take note of that 30 sign. It's very important, that one. So 2 signs there, 30 sign, and then another one, humps for 450 yards. That's also important, isn't it, as well? 2 bits of information there. 30, humps for 450 yards. Okay. You've also got your canal crossing here as well. So sometimes the canal can come through and they will just put you on a delay then and you'll have to wait. If you're unlucky enough to have to stop here, you've got an almighty hill start to do as well. So, which I'm going to do now. I'm going to do it. I'll do it properly. I'm going to apply the handbrake. Car behind me's got so close there. So close. Okay. Let's hope we don't roll back. No, there we go. So remember, the sign we just seen said 30, didn't it? So it's still 30. I don't see any change. Humps for half a mile, the second bit of information now. So we've got 30 and now humps for half a mile. Will it still be 30? This is what we've got to have a think about now. I often believe a lot of people just think they missed the 20 sign and that there hasn't been any 20 sign. So, okay. So all I'm doing with this is I'm doing about 23 mile an hour at the moment. It's quite comfortable over the bumps. As I say, I don't think I could do 30 over them, but I can build up in between and then ease off for them. That's absolutely fine to do that. So round about now, they may ask you not to follow Aintree anymore as well. So you're obviously good now to just be directed by the examiner. So yeah, they're going to tell you now. We're going to turn right at the mini roundabout. Still don't see any speed limit changes, so I'm going to take the next left. Ah, right, 20 zone. Got a 20 zone there now. There's nothing particularly exciting here, other than the fact it's quite a narrow road. So you may get some meeting points here. So left at the end of the road. I'm going to use all that road there. A nice little bit of road that I can do most of my steering on. Be a nice little touch if you can do that. Okay, then this way this route gets a little bit interesting now. I'm approaching the place where my pupil failed. So knowing what we know now, this is 20, so that is 30. 20 zone ends 30. So now we know this is 30. Yeah, all good. Now we're turning immediate right now. So you want to be moving into that right protected box. That's very important that you get into there. And here we're going up Meling Road. So if you look at this now, it's the hump bridge. And also there isn't enough room for both people to pass. So what I'm going to actually do here, as I'm coming up slow, I'm going to sound the horn. It's 2 beeps. Yeah, she waited for me as well. She heard me. Thank you. Thanks very much. Okay, more bumps for half a mile, but it's still 30. Okay, it's still 30. So this is Aintree Racecourse. So I'm building up in between. doing 26, 27. I'm easing off a little bit for the bump. Now I'm building up. What you can't do there is 17 mile an hour, which my pupil was doing. She was just trundling over. I'm not sure whether she got overtook, but it wasn't quick enough. Like, I'm on 25 now and I've already got this van right behind me. So she's failed about here, and the fail was for appropriate speed. So in the 30 zone, she was going too slow. So that gives you a little idea. You may think this is a 20, but the signs were all there. The speed limit changes were all there. And there was no 20 sign on the way into here. That changed it. And I think what happened with my pupil is she thought she'd missed the 20 sign over the hump bridge. She may have got distracted with that and she thought I'd missed the 20 sign. But in actual fact, it's 30. What they could benefit here is probably putting another 30 sign in here, maybe. You know, just as a little extra one, just to say, yeah, it is 30 here. But all the people who are local to the area know that this is 30 as well. Okay. So, such a shame, but I had a fail for that years ago now, 2019. That's the last time I had to fail for that. So doing the next left. So again, 30 to 30. There's been no change, has there? Turn right at the lights. Okay, another little bit of a tricky area here now. This has been known to fail a lot of tests in its time. Basically, you've got the remnants of an old bus lane, which is the tarmac's pink, or like a reddy colour. So people immediately see that and drive out of it. I had a test back in 2019 that the girl's on. She didn't fail for it, but she seen the red tarmac and went, oh, I'm in a bus lane, and moved out. She checked the mirrors and moved. The examiner said, oh no, it's not a bus lane, you're okay. And she moved back in. She didn't fail for it or nothing like that, but it was an immediate reaction, you know. Okay, so this junction here, that's gone nose to nose for me. Okay, that's fine. Near side. But you can see here now, it says bus stop, but it used to be a bus lane. So that's where people will go, whoa. Now on this route now, they can take you two different ways. They have been known to come through Meling Road, which is the turn coming up, or they sometimes will bring you back this way. But I'm going to go the more interesting way. I'm going to go Johnville, which is slightly harder for me, if I'm being honest. It's a very sharp left turn. You've got to be very slow when you're coming around there. But this was one I had to fail for again, another fail, back in 2019. And the girl had come through here, and she basically didn't see there was a junction here, and she just drove straight through it. Head was straight, didn't look here, didn't look there, and got boom, dual controlled here. So yeah, it's a road there and a road there. So you just come through slow. You don't have to stop, but if you're looking both ways, that would help getting the speed down. See it like an unmarked cross section, and you won't go wrong there. Then we're going to turn right. Road markings are terrible here as well, so we're just going to take our time with it. It's going to be a restricted view as well, so I'm just edging, peeping and creeping, not committing to anything just yet. Yeah, there we go, we're out. About now they could say pull up on the left, safe and convenient place. They could get you to do a manoeuvre, or maybe he's doing a manoeuvre while I'm here. Might as well do a parallel park while I'm here. Never see one. It's a little bit awkward, but let's take it anyway. Okay, checking all around the car, just making sure. There we go. I'm quite happy with that. Okay, I need something to drive on now. Oh, that was awkward, wasn't it? Was there a fail for that? Don't know, it's a bit of a weird one. We both moved off at the same time. but I should be more aware there that he was about to move off. He was just busy in his car when I pulled up. So, yeah, that could be take your pick with that one. It could be a fail, to be honest with you. Especially if the examiner had to step in. But it's really an awkward place, this road anyway, because you get loads of cars coming through. And there's loads of meeting points as well. Sandy Lane, it's a real tough road. Okay, so I'm just going to hang fire here for now, because there's loads of cars coming through, and then a girl's parked up there. In hindsight, wouldn't have been the best place for a parallel park, and I don't think an examiner would have picked that either. So here's what I'm doing here now. I'm looking right, but I'm also looking left as well. So your view is really restricted here. The red van coming. Okay, yeah, happy with that. Every new road you come into, check that centre mirror. See who's followed you out, if anyone has. I normally have a little glance of all my mirrors, really. I'll check left, centre, right. Always in the new road, I'm having a good build up a picture of who's around you. By the way, I have known them to use some of the car parks up here as well for the forward and reverse bay, Taskers in particular, and also the Jeffrey Humbles on the left. They've used both of them just correctly. And then I'm onto the long lane now. So again, this used to be a 30, but it's actually down to a 20 now. So the good news about this one is there's enough signs here to warn you that it is a 20 and not a 30. So plus the bumps as well. So you really shouldn't be in any doubt here. What's that? Lamborghini? Wow, don't see many of them about here. A black 22 plate Lamborghini. That is a super duper car, that, like. Let's have a look at it. Wow. It's totally distracted me, that now. Wow. Won't say what he was doing there. But yeah, when you're driving that kind of car, you're not that fussed, are you, about getting fines, are you? Unless it stops you driving completely. Okay, back to this now. Got distracted with the Lamborghini there. 2 lanes, 1 lane, 2 lanes, 2 lanes. So 2 lanes go right, 2 lanes go straight, 1 goes left. There's the Lamborghini. Oh. I can hear the roar of it, can't you? So yeah, always pick the left of the 2 lanes, because that's your normal driving position. Then if you're going right, pick the left one, as I said in the beginning. Same with this, 2 go straight. So what would be the point in picking the right one of the 2, because, or the second lane, because then you're in the right lane, you're not in the normal driving position. Oh, now they're going to tell you you're turning right at the traffic lights. So turning right at the traffic lights. We're going to go in this way, so I'll show you this now. So that's the position I'm going to take there. I'm just checking they're not jumping the red light, and then I'm on my way. That's all I had to make sure there, is that none of them went through the red light. I'm going to move over to the right lane here now. Now, there is an option. Yeah, well, I'll actually show you. Let's just show you while I'm here. So that's the left. She's now gone. She's fast. But you've got to take this position up, which is the half in, half out. Now, I've got a bus again, so for me, it's not going to make any sense. I'm going to move back to the right, because I think if the bus is there, I've now got a reason to be in the right lane. You have to be careful with it. But the best advice I'll give you is always be planning ahead, look ahead. I think that 14's coming in. So for me, it would have made no sense. I would have just had to make the move what he's making now. Now, what I might do now, if I may just move back to the left now. Again, there's not a whole lot of benefit, but we'll see. I suppose that's a little bit of a benefit for him, but I do have to move again. So again, I have to make the move. I'll just let him go, and then I'll make that tiny adjustment again. And there we go. So you can manage it as you see fit. What I would say is, if lane 2 can pass you, whilst you're in the half in, half out, and you can see there that I don't feel that's enough room for me to squeeze through there. Just go with the right lane. Just go right lane with it. It'll make much more sense. If you're going to have to lose your clearance there or get close to cars, it makes much more sense just to be in lane 2. And this part of Utting Avenue is very, very narrow. So I'm going to let him go, and I'm actually going to move over now because I'm about to turn right anyway, so I might as well get that nice and early. And this is the last turn on the test now, apart from when you're going in the test centre. So this one's tricky. It's very tricky, but basically it's for me an offside turn, which means you go behind them. So I'm going to signal right. Now, as you can see there, that's a doubling up effect now. I have nowhere to go now. I literally have nowhere to go. So I'm left. I literally can't go anywhere because the first guy's gone there and he's gone there. And he's having to move over as well. So it's literally nothing I can do. There's even a school of thought to say, should I have even gone in that junction? Because it was this guy who messed it up, sorry. But you can see how easy basically the guy in the white van has selfishly doubled up, not anticipating that I needed to turn there as well. And you can see the way it went. It's for me to go round him. But I just wanted to force the issue a little bit there and sort of show him the mistake he'd made. You know, that could end up failing my test for me in some capacity. It could do. So you're seeing there, even with me just driving around that route, there was issues. And I'm a trained driving instructor, and they could be easy an issue that's no fault of your own, and it just happens to you, and you're having to adapt to that in split seconds, which is so tricky to do. And I do appreciate why that is really hard work for people to try and do what I've just done there, you know, and try and force the issue. There was nothing I could do. So that's a problem junction, and the test centre know about it as well. They absolutely know that can happen there. So I suppose the best advice is try and play it by ear a little bit, try and judge it. If there's room for you to go round. In that, there was no room for me there. But I felt sorry for the first guy because he has took the correct position up, just the one in the van, and then he's just scooted out. He's realised he's in the wrong and he's got out of there. But people will continue to do that there. They just go side by side and mess the whole thing up. But yeah, so I hope if you've got a test coming up that has helped you a little bit. Hopefully it will. You can see the pitfalls in it. A lot of it's with speed, some of it's with position. So you've got to have your wits about you on that route if you have got that coming up. But yeah, anyway, I'll see you on the next one. Hopefully I'll do another one of these routes, and hopefully the one that's up in Knowsley. I want to do that one as well because that one is a good one. That's loads of changes of speed limit. So yeah, catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and like if you're not doing. Thanks very much.